thinkers, they are looking towards us and what sort of strategies they have in their mind with respect to our sufferings. So now the floor is yours, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Munir Mengal and Baluch Voice Association for organizing this event. It was a very thrilling session to hear what we don't want to hear. And actually, she has, Catherine, honorable guest and honorable speaker, she has her own, she plays very safe. मेरे पास कोई जादू की पुड़िया नहीं है कि मैं बलूचिस्तान या पश्तूनिस्तान या कुछ को रोड मैप दूँ. What I have is data. Data is a political thing itself. With one bank of information, you can create thousands types of segments and 1,000 types of analysis. What I see as the weaknesses of my society and the positive aspects of my society, it's my responsibility to share it with you, and it's not for this August Forum only. What I say is for my children and my grandchildren and the coming generations of Baluch people and all the oppressed people under the occupation of Pakistan and all the oppressed people of this world. Pakistan, for the making of Pakistan, how the conspiracies worked, Pakistan is outcome of a conspiracy, and it's totally artificial, and it is totally for a new colonization and to keep a dog, a watchdog, or a kind of chokidar, a kind of thing that we can't rule directly now after World War II. So people sat on tables and people draw the lines, and people created not only Pakistan but many artificial countries in the world, and especially Africa and Asia. And these, the conflicts they created through those lines were planned to keep this whole region bleeding and easy to exploit. Balochistan was a free country. Balochistan was a sovereign country, and when you Google and you go to Wikipedia and you go for different researches and data, I always see a word, princely state, and I hate it. When British came to Balochistan, they got defeated. And it is called Jang-e-Nafas, War of Nafas. And they left their 3 cannons and their bodies. And Colonel Brown, when he went back and he wrote a diary, Mr. Lambert wrote a diary of what happened, how the war was going on. We have our own history, and we sing every day to keep it and to give it to our children. We remember our heroes when there is wedding or a child celebrations. We sit and we remember, and we give them honor, the heroes of Balochistan, the heroines of Balochistan. So Balochistan was a free country, and what we had were crooked and fabricated and coercive contracts with Britain. Britain never conquered Balochistan. They, for 30 years, they bribed the Sardars, the tribal chiefs, and they created tribal wars, internal conflicts in Balochistan. And till today, we are facing those conflicts. After those 30 years of war, internal wars, tribal wars, then they invaded Kalab, the capital of Balochistan, and after a few days they left back and handed over the government of Balochistan to another person of the same family. So Balochistan's sovereignty was again endorsed by British. And there were agreements between British and Balochistan. And the one thing that we were forbidden was that we will not make any contracts with Germans or Russians or any foreign policy. Our foreign policy will always follow Britain, and otherwise we were free. And after that, they started the conspiracy of dividing the whole region. The first division started in Bengal, in the name of Muslim and Hindu Bengal. And then it worked, but it never worked in Balochistan. Our Hindus still live with us. And if any Hindu has left Balochistan, the place where the Punjabi colonization is working. Otherwise, in my own village, the center of our village, the Hindu population lives. We have the central, the complex of Hindu population, their gates. It's a gated city. Always in all Balochistan, you will find the Hindu towns as a gated complex, and we live around it. Until now, we are living. Even after Babri Masjid, that day, I remember my second son was born, and I was in hospital, and we got a call that a furious mob is coming to kill our Hindus, the Baloch Hindus. And my family men, they left me in the hospital, and they went there and they took their guns and they stood in front of that mob that if you want to burn this complex and if you want to kill these Hindus, first you have to kill us. It is 1992 I'm talking about. 95. 92. मेरा बेटा पैदा हुआ था.
Yes, you are right.
Yeah. 92.
December 92.
So, Balochistan, the Assembly of Balochistan, the House of Commons and House of Lords, both unanimously passed the resolution that we are not going to join Pakistan, because it was a threat from Jinnah, that there was a time when Jinnah was coming and begging to the king of Balochistan for help. I am a Muslim, like you, and I'm your neighbor, and we are going to do this and that. And he took gold equal to his weight and silver equal to his sister's Fatima from Balochistan. And when Pakistan was made, and he was a liar, and he deceived, and he said, I will go and I will talk for you, and I will be your lawyer. And what he did with him, the king of Balochistan sent 7 other lawyers. It was a panel of lawyers to talk to British. That Balochistan was never a part of India, Balochistan was never a part of Afghanistan or Iran or any other. It was a sovereign country, and it should be. And on 11th August, there is a signed contract we had, the agreement, standstill agreement, that Balochistan sovereignty is accepted by Pakistan, and there is signatures of the representatives of Pakistan and Balochistan and British. The only thing that they left, they had done the treaties with us to take places like Quetta and like some other places. If I take names, so people get irritated, but history, nobody can change it. So these treaties, like they take on lease, and they added those areas of Balochistan into British India for administration. And those areas in the contract, we have those contracts, that when they will leave or the lease time will be finished, they will they will hand over our areas back to us. But in the standstill agreement, they said we will leave, and government of Free Pakistan and government of Free Balochistan will sit together and think and do it, how they will do it. And after that, instead of giving our areas back to us, Jinnah started sending messages that you should join us because we are Muslims and you are Muslims. So in the parliament of Balochistan, it was presented, and unanimously both of the houses, Commons and House of Lords, they passed the bill that Balochistan is a free country and we want to be free, and in the name of religion, it's a strange thing that a country can be created or a country can lose its independence. There are many free countries, many Muslim countries in the world, so instead of calling us, Pakistan should join Saudi. So we refused it, and after that, Pakistan Army invaded Balochistan in and before that, the delegation of our Prime Minister, the delegation of the head of House of Commons, Mr. Wasbakh, he went to India and he spoke to them, and he said that Pakistan is planning to occupy Balochistan and it will become a monster for you one day. Help us. And he said, no, we can't, because it was planned. So today I have been in India for 1 year. I went to one corner to the other corner of India, in all the universities of India. I delivered lectures and I did interactions with them, and all of them, they are cursing Gandhi, and they are cursing Jawaharlal Nehru for division of India and for becoming agents of British. So Pakistan invaded on 27 March 1948 with their army. They bombed our Royal Mosque, the Shahi Masjid, and the champions of Islam, and they took they arrested our king and our queen, and they took it to Punjab, and there they took the signatures, and the king said that if I will not give them signatures, there will be a big bloodshed. And British, they started, they created states in Balochistan because they had planned for 100 years. There were no states in Balochistan. Balochistan was one Balochistan, and Khan of Kalat was the king, and he has representatives, or they were our provinces. Provinces of Makran, province of Salman, province of Jalawan. So Kalat was our center. British made it, and British gave different states, and then head of states, and then British gave them salaries. And then they took signatures from them that they want to join Pakistan, including Maries and Cookies have signed for Pakistan. But Balochistan, the capital of Balochistan, so the Khanate was not Kalat. Kalat is just capital. You can't say that Washington is the America. It was our capital only, but our country was the whole of Balochistan. If we don't have teachers, if we don't have good doctors, we prefer to die instead of getting treatments from Punjabis. we prefer not to study if we have option to learn from Punjabis. Sorry. When Punjabis didn't know how to, Balochistan created the first human civilization, the first urban civilization on this earth, Mehergarh. These were not Punjabis who came and who developed. This Mehergarh went to Mohenjo-daro, this Mehergarh went to Babylon, this Mehergarh went to Egypt, this Mehergarh went to Shahre-Sotka and Mandigarh. We are the same people. And the dress I'm wearing, all the designs are from Mehergarh. For 12,000 years. We, our women, these are stories. It's not just geometrical designs and colors. These are the stories. We write it and we meditate through it and we play with geometry. We have minds to play with geometry. We don't need Punjabis to come and teach us.
Good.
And we don't care how world look at us. We really don't care. We care how we look at us. What our vision is for our country, for our people, for our region, that is more important than how the world looks at us. What I see is freedom of Balochistan. What I foresee that nobody can stop Balochistan from becoming sovereign again, independent again, because when I have a granddaughter, so there is a tradition, Islamic tradition, that people give azan in their the newborn kids' ears. But you know what Baloch mothers do and the Baloch fathers do? We sing Ma Chukke Balochani. So it is easy for the world to say that, oh, Pakistan is this and Pakistan is that and China is this and China is that. No, they are nothing. Because our dreams, the songs of our mothers, nobody can take from us. There will be free Afghanistan one day. Laro bar Pakhtana will yosh. Yoki. Sindh आज़ाद होगा, कश्मीर आज़ाद होगा, और हम सब लोग, we all, the victims of neo-colonization of this modern world, we will live and we will make our own unions. We love each other. We don't have any kind of conflicts with each other. We live each other, we love each other, we help each other. How much they have tried to instigate conflicts in between us. We fight also. Two brothers and two sisters, mother and her child fight with each other. But it's not that we hate, no. So our social fabric, with all the madrasa, of all the Talibanization and all the militarization and all the religious extremism, but we still have preserved our social fabric. For 4 years I was in Afghanistan. When I left my house, my whole house was surrounded by Pakistan army goons. And there were ambulances, and there were Bakhtarband, and there were this and that. And I escaped in front of their eyes, and they couldn't understand that Naila Qaudri has left. And in 5 hours I was in Kandahar from Quetta. I was in my night dress. A Pashtun lady gave me bohra to cover myself at the border. And I lived 4 years in Afghanistan with honor. My kids, my family, slowly I brought all of them to Afghanistan in mini Baloch families. Still we are living there. My son married there. So I got in Afghanistan, nobody told me refugee. Everybody loved me, Baluchan Rahal, Granan, I love Afghanistan. So, we have mentors like Sardar Shaukat Kashmiri. When Waja Munir Meghal came to UN, he was a young boy, all with dreams and a tortured body. He mentored him. He's not a Baloch. But we have thousands of years of historical, social, and blood relation with each other. We share genes, we share love, and we share soil, and we share dreams, and we will make these dreams in reality.